Thanks for tuning in to Let's Talk About It Media 21. I hope you're having a great day. Stay positive, stay focused. Let's get to it. What is the hot topic that's going on YouTube or Instagram? Copyright disclaimer. Under Section 107 of the Copyright Act of 1976, allowance is made for fair use for purposes such as criticism, comments, news reporting, teaching, scholarships, and research. Fair use is use permitted by copyright statute that might otherwise be infringing. All comments are alleged, in our opinion, and for entertainment purposes only. Don't forget, the Cash App is Let's Talk About It Media. Thank you for all your love and support.
Don't forget to comment, but be kind. If you don't want to leave a comment, that's fine. You could always leave a thumbs up, a heart, a rose, a flower. Any and everything helps with the algorithm. Let's get to it. As we know, RIP to young deceased Fly's girlfriend / fiance. I'm not certain if she was a fiance, but the girlfriend, the mother of his children. So it's basically saying Jacky O cause of passing was listed accidental by coroners. 0 complications allegedly during surgery. But if you had surgery and you had complications after, are they trying to allegedly blame it on her? That's wrong. That's not okay. And the biggest thing is, okay, let me continue, because it's basically saying his longtime partner allegedly was ruled accidental, and they're basically saying that she was prescribed a lot of different medications. I'm not going to go into it. You can go into Hollywood Unlocked. They'll give all those names, because I don't know if some of those names might get me a strike or demonetized. So I'm not going to talk about that. But they will say that she was prescribed different things for pain medication, and allegedly she had a headache, and they gave her something else. Smith aunt called the emergency service, and by the time they arrived, Smith had been unresponsive. So something was going on with her versus her being rushed to the hospital. She was prescribed things after things after things. Now, I did see something in regards to she might have had a quick meeting or update with a physician, but then they said, okay, things should be fine. She was having some complications. Not certain why. If she was having complications or having headaches, why didn't she go to emergency immediately? By the time they did call emergency services, she had already passed. The biggest thing is, we understand that it could have been anything. It could have been anything in regards to, I'll just be general. It could have been anything. Many people keep saying, why isn't all of it told? Who was with her? Where was she at? How many nurses did she have? There's still so many holes in this story, and I can read all this stuff. It's still not going to make any difference. Who was with her, and why are they being so hush-hush? Who was with her? Now, mind you, when you remember Jacky O, prior to the surgery, she had all these girlfriends. She had all these friends around her. She's creating events, special things for the parents and their children. Where was her friends when she went to have the surgery? And who was with her? How many girls were with her? Why are they not speaking up? Did they not know she went? You couldn't take out 2 days to take care of your girl. This is the other issue. As all these surgeries are happening, these doctors should have to have it at an actual hospital for you to do the procedure, and then if there's complications, you get moved to ICU or different room. But instead, why didn't she choose to go in when she was having complications? And it's interesting how we hear the different stories, and people are at home with things hanging out, and they're having family members take care of them. It just doesn't seem natural. You should be in a facility, and mind you, where she was, I think there was supposed to be maybe nurses taking care of her. I don't know if there was like an aftercare, or she, after her surgery, she then allegedly went to the aftercare and then she was having complications there, or was she at a hotel with her friend or whatever. But this is the biggest thing. After a person has surgery, nobody should be removed from a facility after no 24 to 72 hours. You should have to be in and supervised for 2 to 3 days, period. Because anything could transpire, anything could happen. They're having people, allegedly, some of these people we're hearing about, take care of them that are not physicians. Are they taking your blood pressure? Are they checking your vitals? No, they're just looking at you because they're not medical doctors. Now, mind you, all comments are alleged. We don't know if she was like in an aftercare. Some people are reporting after she had it done, she stopped and got this and she stopped and got that, and then she went somewhere for recovery. And it's like they're still trying to put it on her. The stories I was hearing, it's like, what do you mean she had this and that done and she stopped and got XYZ? Huh? That don't even sound right. That don't even sound right. Some will say what transpired, his career, blase splee. He's a father that's taking care of 4 daughters. However we see it, shift it, women, be careful. If you're a parent, nothing's worth that of you not being here. And of course, the doctor says she was okay when she left me. Well, evidently she wasn't. Evidently she was not. They had already said that there was concerns in regards to people trying to file complaints, and he was trying to sue some of those people. Then I guess the case was dropped. But there's just so many holes. You literally got to check every doctor's comment history. You got to get referrals. You got to know somebody that knows him. But they were extremely becoming wealthy. But let's show the clip of him now.
Hey, y'all. We ain't perfect, but we trying. We righteous. We trying out there. We righteous. Everything good. We ain't perfect, but we righteous.
So, everybody feels for young DC Fly. He is now a single dad taking care of 3 or 4 children because she's no longer here. My prayers go out to the family. In regards to the funeral, many people spoke about people being so general about speaking on her, how kind she was, how loving she was, how caring she was to everybody. They had said that the dad's speech focused on him and his livelihood and his relationships. Why not talk about how beautiful your daughter was, how y'all would have breakfast, how y'all would have lunch, or how y'all would have dinner, how she was caring and loving. Towards the end, he probably did that, or in the beginning, he probably did that. But everybody was saying, in regards to the way some of these men spoke, they were more so focused on themselves versus her. And that could have been the problem, too. The person that gives so much and nobody's paying attention to her. It happens. People that are givers give and give and give and give. But when they need something, where were all these friends she had? What? Okay, so let's get to, there's more pictures. Of course, it's basically saying the MTV star Jacky O, cause of passing 4 months after passing suddenly. And it was basically saying she had complications. Okay, so I just wanted to do a video on this. RIP to her. Prayers go out to young DC Fly. I will say, I don't know if he's back on Wildin' Out. I think he's going to be the co-host for the new up-and-coming Hollywood Squares. So he's doing everything he can to normalize his life. Women, just be careful. If you have a procedure, make sure you're in the hospital or you're with a nurse that's taking your vitals, that's doing everything they can. Because if you're just laying there and you're just taking medications, you don't have those monitors that can monitor what's going on with you. We think about this because we also remember the Kanye story about his mom. how she got care from her family that was a nurse or whatever, and then he allegedly might have stepped away and then something transpired. People need to be and pay for the facility nursing center for the good 2 or 3 days. If you can't afford that, you shouldn't go, because then the nurses will notice something and check you for blood clots and call the doctor. Her blood pressure's rising, her oxygen levels is changing, you know what I'm saying? Well wishes. Prayers go out to young DC Fly. It's just sad. And, then they were trying to say there was other stuff that might have transpired regarding her. She probably shouldn't have done. Don't do that. She was a beautiful, spirited woman. She loved a lot of people. She cared for a lot of people. And maybe people just did not notice that they should have been there for her. My biggest question, too, like I said before, who was with her? What are the names and what was their qualifications to be with her? Even these articles, they're just general and they're talking about her medications and stuff. But I mean, if it's saying Smith aunt called emergency, who's the aunt? Can she give more information? Well wishes. Thanks for tuning in. Thanks for supporting the channel. Like, comment, and subscribe.